The SEC recently threatened Judge Annalisa Torres, which sounds like it would never have happened but did. Let's take a step back and think about what exactly drove Gary Gensler to create. The SEC accused Ripple and two of its executives of conducting an unregistered securities offering for $1.3 billion using Bitcoin on December 22, 2020, which is when this danger first materialized. Follow me through to the end to learn more. Check out this new video as soon as possible if this sounds like something that would be of interest to you. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel where we discuss the most recent XRP news as well as general cryptocurrency news. If you're watching one of our videos for the first time, we will be happy to offer you a special greeting. To ensure that you never miss another video, we ask you to click the notification button. We are presenting a 200 XRP prize on this channel. Simply subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment with the hashtag XRP to be eligible to win. The 15th of August will mark the announcement of the winner. The SEC is now alleging that Ripple distributed billions of XRP in exchange for non-cash benefits, such as labor market services and a variety of other things. Additionally, the SEC mentioned how Ripple allegedly raised $1.3 billion in an unregistered issuance of digital assets known as XRP to investors in the US and abroad. The legal dispute lasted for 2.5 years. Due to the fact that XRP is a digital token and does not, by itself, create a contract transaction or scheme matching the rigorous parameters of an investment contract, a judge in Lisa Torres just declared on July 13, 2023, that it is not legally a security. In essence, it was determined that the cryptocurrency XRP was an asset rather than a security, contradicting the SEC's classification of it as a security. When the SEC received the judge's ruling on July 13, 2023, it became immediately clear that they were not happy with it. Even Gary Gensler, the chairman of the SEC, on that Monday, or the following Monday, voiced dismay. With respect to retail investors, the district court's decision in the Ripple case. I was pleased to see that the institutional sales of the token were deemed to be securities in the order, but the United States Securities and the Exchange Commission did more than just express their disappointment. I'm going to play a video for you guys in which the chairman of this cigarette retailer publicly expressed his displeasure with Judge Annalisa Torres' decision to rule that XRP is not a security in the fact that he still believes it is. Does it increase the urgency of the need for federal legislation to specify the regulatory control of this industry? The same objectives, protecting investors, promoting capital development, and expanding middle market markets, remain. We welcomed that decision because it recognized the importance of protecting institutional investors and the court's advancement on fair notice, but we were dismayed by another statement made about ordinary investors. We are now reviewing them and assessing their point of view. Additionally, shortly following that discussion, Garage Gensler made an appearance on Bloomberg television for a different meeting, where he made it clear that the SEC would consider an appeal of the judge's ruling that was not a security and emphasized that the SEC still held that position. Let's start shooting the clip in its entirety. Let's start with a topic that has recently gotten a lot of attention. Notably, a ruling in the Ripple dispute involving retail investors states that cryptocurrency XRP is only a security when offered to institutions. I am aware that you previously voiced unhappiness with the ruling. The SEC has also announced that it intends to request more review. Does it mean you want to appeal, and could you elaborate on your thoughts on that ruling? Good inquiry, even if the commission I want has 5 members, Kaylee. If the staff suggests something, the commissioner didn't take any further action. We'll discuss it then and decide whether or not to take action on it. But I don't have any more details for you on it. What does this mean for your Bitcoin initiatives in the meantime and your work in these areas? Does trying to safeguard consumers make things more challenging? Many cryptocurrency investors in this sector. Investors should be aware that this asset class is extremely speculative and that they shouldn't assume anything about it. Presently benefits from the protections provided by the securities laws, even though many of those tokens do not fall under the purview of the securities regulations. The platforms frequently mix and trade against you and have market makers who are on the opposite side of your trades. But as investors, you are not getting full, equitable, and true disclosure, and middlemen are acting in a way that we would never approve of or anticipate from the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ. You are protected by the securities laws in the United States against this behavior. Additionally, a lot of performers are currently acting dishonestly, and a lot of fraud and hucksters, of course, file lawsuits. On this matter, you're against Bitcoin exchanges, but should your approach change? Does anything change in those circumstances? Is XRP dominating once again? I won't delve into specific choices, but if the general public is investing in your initiative, I think the securities rules are clear-cut. I would kindly ask you the following question, since they anticipate earnings depending on the labor of that project or those business owners who converse painted with a broad brush. It's comparable to how. If you look at a token, you might discover a CEO, a website, Twitter, or whatever it's called these days. Entrepreneurs are accountable for all of these things. Even though you could have concluded that Gary Gensler was only making a casual gesture and that his motives were inconsequential for many of these endeavors. Because the SEC quickly filed an appeal after making, the exact opposite was true. This claim implies that the SEC was active. That completely shocked the entire cryptocurrency industry, so they went to court since this wasn't your typical appeal, and they didn't just ask another court to hear the case on appeal. Elisa Torres and asked her for permission to file an appeal in response to the decision that XRP is not a security. The exact surprising news. What you require a letter of intent from Sakoma asking for intellect has been filed. It is real. Make inquiries to Judge Torres, July 13. Against Ripple, SD governed, a summary judgment was awarded in the SC, also made it clear that there are concerns about how the Ripple victory, which they are currently appealing, would impact other ongoing cases unfavorably and puts Judge Annalisa Torres under a lot of strain. It was clear that the SC's goal was to intimidate Judge Torres and to forewarn any upcoming judges that they would take great measures to disadvantage them if they were to render a terrible decision that was similar to Judge Torres but not in their favor. Anyone who tries to outwit the SEC in court will be denied because this is where they conduct business. It is pretty ludicrous on the part of the SEC, and we won't know for sure what will happen. Please with your post notifications set on in the future for a few days. When we hit 20,000 subscribers, I'll be holding a nice XRP giveaway, so I'd appreciate it if you guys could click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Please share this video, and I'll see you all later. As I mentioned, click the like button on the following one. Click the icon to subscribe and join my social media networks as well. I appreciate that, especially on Twitter, where I always break news first.